Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on this episode, we're not talking fishing. So if you're here and you're not a fisherman, don't worry. This actually might still be a helpful video. We're actually going to be talking about the camera equipment that I use to film my videos. And obviously, I don't have the highest production quality in my videos. It's not really about the actual edits themselves. It's about the content. So I want a system of cameras and microphones and things like that that allow me to just keep things simple and just focus on the content. As long as the audio is good, which it should sound pretty good right now, even though it's blowing like 20 miles an hour. I've got a wireless microphone system on, which we're going to be talking about in this video. But as long as I've got good audio, I've got good lighting, and the overall image quality is decent, you know, like 1080p, I'm happy with that. You know, I'm not looking for crazy 4K video. And I do need to mention the lighting's terrible right now. I got a big shadow over my face. You know, the sun is like directly up in the sky. It's, you know, noon right now. So I'll just mention that. Not the best audio or lighting today. But anyways, what I want to talk about today, and I really try to avoid like bashing any individual brands or any individual products. I don't like doing that. But in this video, it's kind of unavoidable because the whole point of this video is to talk about how I've had terrible experiences over the years with GoPro cameras, and action cameras like GoPros are a really critical part of what I do with my video content, because I'm running action cameras to get my on the water content, especially during tournaments. And so having an action camera that actually works for me and that I can hook up an external microphone, especially a wireless external microphone, is really important. And over the years, man, I've pretty much had every generation of GoPro except for the last, probably the newest 3 generations of GoPro. And especially, I'd say since like GoPro 4 or something like that, I've had a lot of issues with them. A lot of issues with them overheating, a lot of issues with them working with certain SD cards, a lot of issues just in general, you know, with the cameras just not working. And also the fact that GoPro makes it really hard to hook up external microphones. So like any third-party accessory, they make it pretty hard, and I'm pretty sure that's intentional, so you buy their products. And especially when it comes to external microphones, I've used everything from the Saramonic, one of the Saramonic microphone systems, wireless mic systems. The Rode Wireless Go and Go 2 are actually really good, but I've actually got a better wireless mic system, which we're going to be talking about. But hooking those external microphones up to a GoPro is a little bit easier nowadays with the Media Mod. The Media Mod is essentially the shell that goes on the outside. Let me turn the screen back on of this camera. It goes on the outside of the GoPro. It's got its own built-in microphone that's a little bit better than the actual built-in mic on the GoPro. But the problem with the Media Mod, even though it gives you the microphone jack in the back as well as a USB-C hookup, the problem with it is that it makes the camera non-waterproof. So you can't really use it in the rain or for, you know, any water sport, anything like that. So that's kind of an issue for me. It's not like the biggest deal, because it's like if I really am looking to get good audio, I might not be wearing it in the rain anyways. I don't want to get my microphone system wet, but it is still kind of a pain, because if it just starts raining off and on, you know, I have to take off the microphone system. I have to, you know, put the GoPro away with the Media Mod so it doesn't get wet, all that sort of stuff. But then, you know, the baseline is that the GoPros just are glitchy anyways. So it's been a really poor user experience with GoPro over the last probably 5 or 6 years. And finally, I just kind of gave up on it. And the catalyst for kind of switching brands from GoPro was last year at ICAST. And if you're not a fisherman, you don't know what ICAST is. It's essentially the world's largest fishing convention. But when I was doing some videos at ICAST last year, I had one of the companies that was going around doing this video content, and they had this microphone system right here. This is the DJI Mic 2 system, okay? And it comes in this nifty case, which I was really impressed with. It actually charges the transmitters and the receiver in the case, so you can charge the case, but the case itself is actually a charger, so it'll actually charge while I'm out on the water. And so even though the actual transmitters only last about 6 hours, you can swap between the two transmitters that are included and charge them, you know, in between. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm kind of I kind of geeked out on it, to be honest with you, because I really like my wireless microphone systems, because as you can see here, even though it's blowing cats and dogs, you can still hear me pretty good. And being out on the water, that's really important, especially when my camera is on the back of the boat and I'm on the front of the boat. It's nice to be able to hear me on the front of the boat as a viewer. So when I saw that, I was like, I gotta check that out. And so I did some research on the DJI Mic 2 and the Mic 1, and found out that the Mic 2 actually will wirelessly connect to this puppy right here. This is the DJI Action 4 camera. And I was like, okay, if that feature actually works where I can Bluetooth connect a wireless microphone to a action camera, I'm probably gonna be switching from GoPro. And so I did some research, watched a bunch of videos, and lo and behold, it did it, and it seemed to do it really, really well. So I ended up pulling the trigger and buying two DJI Action 4s. I'm filming on one of them right now, and ended up getting the I think it's the Adventurer combo or something like that. So I bought two Adventurer combos, which comes with with 3 batteries in this nifty holding and charging case. It comes with, you know, several different mount options, and then also this this DJI, you know, extendable pole, okay, which actually extends pretty far. So I ended up investing quite a bit in DJI. I bought the wireless Mic 2, and I have been blown away at how much easier and better the user experience has been with this setup, okay? And so let's kind of go through some of the things, some of the reasons why it is so much better than GoPro. The first thing that we need to talk about is just the overall glitchiness that I've experienced with GoPros. Not everybody has. I've talked to plenty of guys that are just like, yeah, my GoPros are working great. And I have 1 or 2 GoPros that I previously was treating really, really good, and was like, you know, just really protecting because they actually worked. And so, but the other ones really I had a hard time with. They just really wouldn't work very often, if at all. And they'd either overheat, or they just, you know, they would record for a little bit, and then they'd say that they had the repair file, all that stuff. And I'd change cards, I'd try all these different things. And it's very possible that it was a user error, or it was one of the components like the SD card. Like maybe I had like 5 SD cards and they all just didn't work for some reason. There's a possibility that that's the case, but I don't need that. I really don't need to be an expert at you know, how to, what cards I need to get and all that different stuff. I just want a camera that works. And I just wasn't getting that with GoPro. So the overall glitchiness that I was having with GoPro, especially when it comes to the repairing files error that kept on coming up with my SD cards, that was a big pain. Also the batteries. The batteries on GoPros are terrible. They're just awful. I've never understood how the batteries just can't last any longer. And I didn't expect the Action 4 to be that much better, but they really are. DJI has a much better battery. They just last a lot longer. And in fact, you know, most of the videos that I film on the water that are non-tournament, because during a tournament, I don't want to be swapping out batteries. I just want to hook it up to like an external battery pack, like this is the Juice Bank from YoloTech. I just want to hook it up to that, or hook it up to the YoloTech power that's included on the pole, and then go. But when I'm on the water, the batteries with the DJI last quite a while, and I've got 6 of them now because I've got these 2 charging cases full of batteries, and so I can go a full day with just those 6 batteries. And I mean, they work great, much better. And there's videos on the market or on YouTube that really kind of outline how much better they are versus GoPro batteries. So I encourage you to watch those if you're looking for exact data based on like the settings on the camera and stuff like that. But I can just tell you from user experience, it's a lot better with DJI. Another thing that's kind of a pain, and it's kind of like, dude, why are you complaining about something small like this? But I hate unscrewing, you know, this every single time I need to take the camera off with a GoPro. And DJI, this is just one of the little things that DJI does that it just makes total sense. They've got a what do you call it? Magnetic mount system that clamps onto their camera. So you can actually just snap this puppy on and it stays there. I mean, it's not going anywhere, and it's easy to take off. All you have to do is pinch these 2 little levers, those 2 little buttons, to disconnect it, and that's it. So it's like super easy. So if I have to like change something up, it comes right off. Another thing I love about this camera, and I'm not sure if the new GoPros, some of the new GoPros probably have it too, but the DJI has a touch screen on the front that has full function, and one on the back that is full function. So it's like I can actually access all of the different settings from the front or the back, which is really nice. But the absolute main thing that I love about the DJI Action 4 is the fact that you can hook up your DJI wireless mic 2. Whoa, we got a wasp. You can hook this puppy up to your camera wirelessly, and it sounds great. It sounds excellent. It hasn't been glitchy at all. It's, as soon as I did the updates to the software on the mic and the camera, it worked, and it's worked ever since. And it's really easy to connect. I haven't had hardly any issues with it. It's been incredible, and it's completely just simplified everything that I do. So big fan, and that function alone, like I could put up with some glitchiness from the camera itself if that function works, but I haven't put up with any glitchiness at all. I had one instance where I had a card that didn't really work very well with the camera. And I think online on the DJI website, you can see the cards that they recommend. But other than that, everything's worked great, exactly as it should. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you, I don't know if this is a PSA video or a review video, but either way, the DJI Action 4, if you're having problems with GoPro, it is a great camera system. As kind of a replacement for those GoPros that I haven't had a good time with. But again, I'm not looking to bash a brand. I hope that GoPro continues to enhance their products. They've been kind of the gold standard for years in the action camera market, and I wish them the best. But I have found a new home with DJI with my action camera. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions at all, please drop a comment. All of the products that I talked about in this video, all the DJI stuff that I bought that has worked for me, I put links in the description below, so you can purchase through that. That's the exact links that I used to buy the things that I got, and I absolutely love it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see you out on the water. Trust the process.